It's Wednesday, February 13, 2008, and you're watching The Ointment. I'm Steve Tatham. Our top story is politics. Senators McCain and Obama have very big days during the so-called Potomac primaries, but Senator Clinton has a strategy to combat the Obama tidal wave. Bring on the waterworks, team. Wednesdays here on the show, I have a special guest in the studio. Frequently, I have a guest from Rooftop Comedy, where you can enjoy the funniest and freshest comedy from comedy clubs all over the country. But today's guest is not from Rooftop Comedy. I wanted to have someone on the show who could talk about Valentine's Day, since that's coming up tomorrow, the biggest day of the year for sweethearts. And I thought, well, you know who could talk about Valentine's Day? How about the Pope? Because the Pope actually declared Valentine's Day a holiday way back in the 5th century. So, very special guest today, all the way from the Vatican. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Pope.
Thank you very much for having me, Steve. You introduced me as Pope Benedict. I have to tell you a story. My family name is Sokola, but Pope Sokola was already taken, so I had to take the name Benedict. I didn't want to infringe on any copyright.
That's very respectful of you.
That's the whole story of my life. Thank you.
The Vatican is very strict about copyright laws, so when the Pope's image is on mugs and t-shirts, you get a cut of that?
Oh, absolutely. I don't say cut of it, but I get a portion of that.
So tell us about Valentine's Day. Who was Saint Valentine?
Well, actually, Steve, there was 3 Valentines.
3 Valentines. Every young man's dream. But tell us about the Saint Valentine for which the holiday is named. He performed marriages?
When the emperor found this out, he was executed. He was... and I guess that's probably why they have an arrow through the heart that you see the Cupid carrying.
So when we give out Valentines, we're celebrating execution?
Hey, that's about it, yes.
So about this Saint Valentine, not a happy love life himself?
Before he was executed, apparently he fell in love with the daughter of his jailer. This is true. That is correct. And he wrote a note to his young lady friend, and it said simply, "From your Valentine." So that's where we get that saying. And actually, the church has that copyrighted.
Yeah? So what do you do to people who violate the copyright?
Well, we circumcise them. What do you think?
Not that. Does the Pope have a Valentine?
Oh, yes, look at them. I have lots of Valentines here. Look at them. To talk about Valentines. Hey, the Pope.
Who are those Valentines for?
Well, I have one for Sister Mustn't Touch It.
Has the Pope ever had a sweetheart?
She married him, and that's when I decided to become a priest. It's a sad story, but hey, it happens.
Wait. So what you're telling me is the Pope got dumped, and that's why he became the Pope?
Do you believe it? Hey, good-looking guy like me.
With your connections?
I make it rough for them, all right.
Well, we're just about out of time. Do you have a message of love you'd like to pass along to the planet?
Well, all I can say is, if you don't love each other, who else are you going to love?
Very profound. Thank you, Your Excellence.
I would say eminence. Yes, I don't know what that means. Yeah, but that's what everybody calls me. What are you going to do? I've had probably voice names in that, but I like eminence.
Our sincere gratitude for you taking the time out of your obviously busy schedule to be with us today.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much for having me on your show. We'll see you later, okay? You come to Rome, I'll show you a good time.
Thank you very much. That was the Pope, all the way from the Vatican. And finally, this political news. Some members of Congress want to punish the city of Berkeley because they have ostracized the Marine recruiters that were within their city limits. Because apparently Congress's philosophy is, if we can't beat them over there, we'll beat them over here in Berkeley. That's the ointment for another day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Tatham, and that's news. Catch you tomorrow, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.